Canelo.
And carry on.
And we carry on with this 180-pound world title fight between the champ Elvin Soto, the multicolored trunks, and Katsunari Takayama. Carl, you've been scoring this fight. How do you have it through 3 full rounds?
Well, I've got the first 2 to Soto, and I give the last one to Takayama because he was busy and he was landing shots. It's as simple as that. Soto was missing with a lot of wild swings, but the ones that he lands, he gets rewarded for because he can see the effects.
I'll tell you what, Takayama can still take a big punch. He just absorbed a big overhand right by Soto, and he took that punch well.
Chris, you're scoring too. Do you have it the same way?
No, I've got 3 rounds to none in favor of Soto. I agree with Carl. Takayama threw a lot of punches in that last round. But a lot of these are getting gobbled up by the guard of Soto, and he's landing by far the more impactful shots. So the last round was much closer, but shots like that, they give him the edge in my car.
Soto can't miss with that overhand right because Takayama went back to fighting a little bit too tall. He needs to bend them legs, start moving around like he did early in the fight.
Even when Soto doesn't hit him completely clean, Carl, he still moves Takayama around the ring.
He does, and that's the big eye-catching shots there that have that effect. And you know, they do affect the judges' scorecards. Saw Takayama land some nice combinations, but just not enough on them. So, you know, I give him that last round, but Soto in control of the fight.
Soto's bound to land another overhand right. And no matter how well you take a punch, you keep getting hit with shots like that, you will go down, you will submit.
Soto's corner telling their fighter in Spanish that he's being too passive, Sergio. He needs to be more aggressive.
Well, listen, I agree, but you're in there with a 5-time world champion in Takayama. He knows how to stay distance. He knows how to fight herky-jerky behind the jab. This is what makes him effective, small or not.
Soto has the big overhand right, but don't forget about the left hook as well.
For a fighter that's 37 years old and only fought 6 rounds in 4 years, right now, I'm impressed with Takayama.
What's good, what's good? You already know what it is, man. Black up, moving all day, positive energy, positive vibes. That's how we kicking it, man. It's your boy Gully Time, New Jersey, Dreadhead. I gotta fix this thumbnail, though. But yeah, we're gonna be tuned into this fight. I might even end the stream right here because I gotta fix the thumbnail.
Okay, there we go.
That's how inconsistent I've been on YouTube, bro. But I think the thumbnail has changed. That change it? Might take a while to change.
It's not for bragging rights.
Yeah, this is gonna happen. We gotta find a. But yeah, how y'all been, man? We gonna get into this Canelo versus Billy Joe. This is gonna be a good one. I got Canelo. I got a Canelo knockout. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I gotta get my charger.
big shots.
My fault. I muted this.
Walking right through him.
I'm slowly getting back on YouTube. You already know what it is.
See them big shots like that from Takayama just soaked up straight on the jaw. It was having an effect on his legs earlier, and he seems to be just able to cope with that now. It's amazing how the body adapts to the power. Is Soto's power punch weakening as he's feeling the pace slightly, or is Takayama just able to take these shots? Surely not all night.
We stand right in the pocket, Carl. Not afraid to mix it up.
The thing about these older fighters, these fighters have been around.
And I gotta charge my phone. My phone. We're gonna get the fight right back. Gotta charge my phone and all that stuff. Let me get this fight right back and running. You already know what it is, man. Black up, Hogan, all day, positive energy, positive vibes. Canelo versus Billy Joe. Let me know who y'all got winning. Are you still streaming? Yeah, I'm still streaming it. I'm about to get it back. Gotta charge my phone. I just went streaming like what? Maybe 20 minutes ago. So I'm unprepared. I'm a little bit unprofessional, but hey, we're gonna have fun. By the time the the main boxing event come out with Canelo, we're gonna have everything up and running. Let me check my internet connection. I think we're back with the audio. Audio only.
But Takayama's been taking him.
Hopefully this don't cut off. And now I need that charger. Wait, where the charger at?
Takayama not known as a trash talker. In fact, I'm not sure of any big-name Japanese stars that are, but he did say, I'm looking forward to this fight, and I'm looking forward to demolishing him. That's not happened so far, but Takayama is getting his shots in. Chris, how do you have it scored through 7 rounds?
Well, I've got it 7 rounds to 1, or 6 rounds to 1, sorry, in favor of Elvin Soto. I know people watching will say, look, the volume of punches are being landed by Takayama, but as Carl brought up, a lot of these punches are being doubled up by the guard. Those are not scoring shots. The more scoring shots are...
No, they're not fighting now. Shout out to 806 Lewis. They're not fighting right now. I'm on the East Coast, so they're not going to fight until like 12 o'clock. I'm only playing audio only, but I twist the camera here and there for some highlights. That's how I've been doing it for the past couple of fights. So hopefully y'all like kind of rock with me a little bit, be a little bit patient, but like audio, a little bit of commentary. But I appreciate y'all joining in, whoever's viewing, and please like, subscribe if y'all want to, if y'all enjoying the content, because that Mayweather fight, oh man, I said Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Mayweather, oh, definitely you watching that fight here. But I appreciate y'all tuned in. I'm just setting up everything, so I don't even know who exactly is fighting right now. Hey Malik, you can come get it. Here. I gotta get my oh dang, yeah, I gotta take that out. Yeah. I think I froze though.
The biggest punches for Soto. Soto should go downstairs and check that belly at Takayama.
Oh, that's why I froze.
Takayama just doesn't stop throwing.
They're not cancel. I got the wrong thing.
That's what he does. I mean, he has good timing, his experience, and he fights so loose. That's another thing that makes him effective.
Damn, I forgot to save my project on Photoshop. But we here with the M3bros. I mean, Mikey not here right now. We normally get popcorn, we eat, we watch some fight, we do on your phone. I gotta grab this. And I was tired. I was sleeping. You know? Bro, hold on. We're gonna make it work, bro. We setting up like live on camera. I love it. It's fun. You know what? I'm gonna have you sit over here. And what we're gonna do? Turn this one right here. Boom. Oh man, they keep doing that. It's all good. I forgot this is this charger.
Oh.
But hold on, let me fix this real quick.
And the head of Takayama, and then the left hook landed nice flush on the face of Takayama, and we're seeing that far too often. Takayama though with a body shot.
You don't gotta, I swear we got like so many.
A rear jab there from Soto.
Yeah,
I think we should be doing more jabs.
We got so many iPhone chargers.
On the back of that jab. There's a left hook just missed.
It's not the same USB. Oh man, I'm all on the green screen.
Right, Soto should be just testing that body, see what reaction he gets.
It's mad tight in here.
Anytime a fighter takes a big shot downstairs, you gotta check that gut down there, because they're not gonna take the punches as easily downstairs as they do upstairs.
You could hear the frustration.
No.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you might, if there's no plug, you might have to charge it out there and then bring it back in here.
Okay.
We was running smooth last time. What's good, pop up CJ? What time does the fight start? The main event. I'm not gonna lie, it ain't gonna start until like I'm on the East Coast. It's probably gonna start until like 12 o'clock, like boxing does all the time. The thing is, I'm streaming, so I gotta watch it on my phone because it's mad technical, crazy weirdness things that I gotta do. Hold on, I'm about to get the audio right back. Wait, hold on, let me mute this. Shout to Chance M. Hey, love the hat. That's what's good, bro. Even though the team lost, it's all good, man. We Jersey, so it's Devils fans all day. Yeah, Jersey. He said, "Come on, man, stop talking short of fight." Hey, bro, hey, you can love it or I hate it, man. Know what I'm saying? You can love it or hate it. You came to the channel, but shout out to you, bro. But you can love it or hate it. Yeah, you already know what it is. Nah, we don't joke around here, bro. Yeah, all right. Apologize, bro. Wait, hold on. That's one, man. Like, I don't gotta stream this shit. Excuse my language, but take it easy, man. Like the next one, bro. Like I'm gonna have to block you, my guy. But I appreciate you joining in. You know what I'm saying? We can have some fun. But hold on, I'm trying to get the audio back. Yeah, I just woke up from a nap, so I'm not trying to play no games. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tolerating no BS. Yeah, you know how you wake up from the nap and you like be all like, oh man. I'm just streaming because I want to stream, but I might be on demon time. But hey, shout out to everybody. Yo, I'm live streaming the audio. I'm gonna play like highlights here and there. This is my son's phone. We got like so many phones. You got a phone? We got mad phones going on, right? But yeah, like yeah, man, just be patient. The fight ain't gonna start until like what 12 o'clock on the East Coast. So yeah, man, if you in here and you watching it, be patient, bro. But I know I'm gonna have to like keep it. Matter of fact, let me do this still.
The heart of a Japanese warrior, no doubt about it, for Takayama. And you know he wanted to continue on, but for some reason, Carl, the referee didn't think he should. Yeah, when you watch the replays, you see the shot consistently.
Yeah, I mean, get some balls too. Y'all want some popcorn?
Y'all can have some. Mind, but he was getting hit for a lot of shots. Like I said earlier, it was a compassionate.
Let me do this as a backup.
So the fight could have continued. So it will go down in the books as a TKO win for Apuga Elwin Soto, 19-1 with 13 knockouts and still the WBO World Lightweight Champion. So another result goes in the books on tonight's four-fight main card, which leaves us only one fight to go.
Okay.
It's for the Ring Magazine, the WBC, WBO, and WBA Super Middleweight Championships of the World, Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders.
Man, I did all of that. We missed this TKO, man. But it's all good. I'm trying to get the live and the audio right for the main event.
The
So.
Fight Night update presented by BetMGM. It is champion versus champion Canelo Alvarez
I'm gonna do
against
this as
Billy
a
Joe
backup,
Saunders. But some steep odds, Sergio, for Billy Joe Saunders here. Is he being disrespected?
In the words of Rodney Dangerfield, he gets no respect, I tell you, no respect. Sanders, a two-division.
What's good, man?
Confident.
You got all. Hey, Malik.
That much of an underdog, I don't get it.
You might have to
I
put
think
those in the
Billy Joe
room.
Saunders is the best pure
good,
boxer
man?
Canelo has faced
You
since
wanna watch some
Harrison and
boxing?
Lara. But all that being said, how does this fight end?
Oh, you want to watch YouTube?
Well, the fight stays in the middle of the ring and
Shout out to Gully Time M3bros, man.
I'd like to still go into a decision. I don't think Canelo knocks out Saunders. So a close
Shout out to Lady
decision.
Gully working hard though.
Yeah, I like a decision
But
for Canelo
it's man
Alvarez
time, so,
as well. I think Saunders
guys.
is slick enough to avoid getting knocked.
See, that's I need his backup because it keeps buffering.
All right, welcome back. Before we do move ahead and take you on towards the main event, just one other thing we do want to tell you about NFTs. I'm sure you know this, by the way, if you're younger and cooler than me, but they are the new kid on the digital block. And for this event, in collaboration with Matchroom and with Canelo Alvarez, DAZN has put together just an incredible series of NFTs with real
want some popcorn, my guy?
rewards to celebrate the biggest fight of the year.
drop lands with Canelo versus Saunders. Engage with the fight like never before. With exclusive DAZN NFT collectibles, digital assets
I'm trying to give it to you, bro.
Buy, trade, and collect. Bid on and buy collectibles in 4 limited edition collections, including the Pick 'em Like prediction series that comes with a chance to earn real-world rewards. Watch the fight live to see which NFTs win, and look out for details during the broadcast of a special post-fight drop. Don't miss DAZN's first NFT drop. Live on DAZNboxing.io.
Yeah, right now we waiting for the main event. I can't see the chat right now. Like that, my sons, they seen it on their phone, so.
So make sure you go to DAZNboxing.io to check out the collectibles, or you can scan
I'm just trying to have a backup real quick
bottom of the screen to take part.
because I'm not trying to miss this.
Canelo Alvarez is the consensus pound-for-pound #1 in the sport. Maybe Mexico's best
like
ever
my guy
fighting
said,
son.
do all
A
the
win in this fight would crown Billy Joe
extra
Saunders
stuff.
a British boxing legend. 6 other British fighters before him have travelled overseas to face Canelo, and not one of them went home with a win. But Billy Joe Saunders is not a man to follow the script.
Canelo Alvarez
What
made
color
it
red?
clear his goal in 2021 is to unify all 4 super middleweight belts.
This I was trying to set up like this.
Green.
I think it's just mad people trying to watch this, huh?
I was trying to set up so I could do this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia said no one is going to beat Canelo. No other fighter at
I'm trying to have
168 has the
both going on. Hey Mikey, bro, come get this. This is a tight area.
Here it is. I don't give a shit about Canelo Alvarez. Not too.
Red.
This will be the biggest upset in boxing. This fight is a mega fight.
That's a block that.
What now? What are you doing?
It keeps buffering, man.
What are you doing?
We was good for like the past match streams. Now today want to act up. But that's what happens though. But I like the pressure.
AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. And I mean packed, by the way. There are over 70,000 people here. Just a few months ago, that felt impossible. It feels so good to be in a fight like this. I can't tell you how much I missed it. The fans, they are here in number for tonight's super middleweight unification battle. Sal Canelo Alvarez wants only one thing in 2021, and that is to win all the belts at 168. As he continues
pretty much
to write
boxing
his
is like
into history.
Canelo Alvarez pretty much back,
He's also
so
never fought anyone as elite as Canelo.
it's a
This
packed
is
crowd.
A greatness for both men. Tonight is about opportunity and it's about legacy. And after this fight week, it became a bit personal as well. It is the best kind of fight.
Ready tomorrow. Either way, we appreciate you
And
being
listen,
with us
depending on
tonight.
where you are watching this, whether it's
I'm gonna turn this down.
With all-time great Roy Jones Jr., Chris Mannix.
So I'm gonna have both going on. So if this buffers, I can play this.
either way, we appreciate
Once that
you being
come
with
back,
us tonight.
I'll
Thank
go
you
back
very
and
much.
forth.
You will
So
not be
anybody
disappointed.
tune into the chat, man, bear
Roy
with us.
Jones Jr., Chris Mannix as well.
This is pretty much
Let's
free.
talk about Canelo because we talked about the opportunity that is. This is for Billy Joe Saunders. Canelo Alvarez, Roy is a 4-division champ. He's unified in 3 divisions. He's the biggest star in boxing right now. Is he already an all-time great for you?
Shout out to Thomas. The fight ain't started yet.
How much he's accomplished at such an early age. So I think he's an all-time great. But however, he's only 30 years old. So he still has.
I think I clicked the
Green.
That's right. Let me do another one.
Green.
Oh, kind of gray actually.
Why green?
No. Honestly, get a stool. That's too much because somebody gotta leave it. This room is like mad small, so.
Free up computer memory urgently.
Yeah, it's a.
Oh nah, they bugging.
Giga, man. Giga, man. Giga, man. Giga, boom.
Okay, if y'all watching, y'all bearing with me, man. I think we back with the audio.
Listen, we are almost ready now to take you ringside then for tonight's main event. Let's take you out then to Chris Mannix, to Sergio Mora. No, you're here. I'm right here. My bad. To Sergio Mora, to Todd Grisham, and to Carl Pratt.
Hello, Kate. Yes, indeed.
Hopefully this audio works.
Here. We've got the
Like this is me doing this all on live, bro. So the pressure is real. I like the pressure just a little bit. So bear with me a little bit, bro.
A scientific sniper in Billy Joe Saunders and an aggressive wrecking ball in Canelo. We know that Canelo's aggressive. We know that he lands on a high percentage. But we know Billy Joe Saunders, you know what he could do behind the jab. Sneaky left uppercut. Not standing in front of Canelo. It's going to be boxer versus puncher. This is what boxing's all about. I agree. Billy Joe Saunders has got to move and box and keep out the way. Canelo's going to back him up. I think he's probably going to get to him. But it's going to be an exciting one, whatever happens. Well, we know that Billy Joe Saunders has hyped up his traveler background. He says just like the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, there's magic in the air here in Arlington, and you'll see it tonight as we look at Canelo Alvarez. Let's find Chris Mannix. I believe, in fact, he's talking now with the heavyweight champion of the world.
Of the world is picking Canelo Alvarez.
Here we go.
You are not
Tyson Fury.
Why?
Hell no. I go back a long way with Billy Joe Saunders.
Shout out to Tyson Fury. Let's go. Like I said, I'm a back and forth.
He's trying really hard for this fight.
These are like big streaming platforms, man. Like they sync in the audio. So sometimes if I don't talk over it, the stream is over with. Plus my channel. So yeah.
I'm not too sure if he needs to show you something that he hasn't already shown before. Billy Joe's an excellent southpaw counter-punch boxer. Very hard to beat. That's why he's been unbeaten in over a decade.
It's my son's fault.
30 fights.
Shout out to Tyson Fury.
A lot of people.
I think we good, man.
And they've already lost before they get here. We ain't one of them. You know, as you've seen with me, I've been into Germany, I've been into America. I thought everybody everywhere didn't faze me. Billy Joe's come from the same cloth. When he walks outside there with 70,000 people screaming against him, that'll only make him fight better. So we didn't come here to lose, we come here to win. And winning is what we will do.
We've heard about that cloth, that traveler heart that everyone keeps talking about. What does that mean, and how will that help him in the ring tonight?
You know, it goes back a long, long way, thousands of years, and it's led us to this moment. You know, me and Billy Joe's from the same era. The class of 2008, we go back to the 2008 Olympic squad. With one of the only two people who's left from that team who ain't retired, still on top. He's a two-weight, two-division champion. You're going to see something special tonight. I really do believe that Billy Joe Saunders beats Canelo Alvarez here on points in America.
Thanks, Tyson.
Thank you very much. Good night.
There is Billy Joe Saunders. And Carl, how important is a fighter's mentality when you enter on a huge stage like this?
Listen, the mentality and the mindset is massive in any sport at top level, especially boxing. You have to believe yourself when you get in there, because if you switch off and you're not sure, you can't perform. It's as simple as that. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders is in any danger of that. He's full of confidence and belief.
Sergio, when you look at Canelo Alvarez, he's been on the stage before. In fact, his second fight here in Arlington, Texas. Stay calm, that's his mentality, or in this case, for the new shirt, it's stay Canelo.
Stay Canelo, and that's exactly what he's going to do, but he's in there with Billy Joe Saunders.
Here we go, let's go, let's go.
For challenges like this, a man that's never tasted defeat, an Olympian, a two-division world champion. You can never doubt a fighter like this, a slick sniper like Saunders.
And without further ado, let's go to our tale of the tape for our main event of the evening. It is for the unified.
Alright, Canelo 30, Billy 31. Alright, damn, I ain't even
Fighting pride, Billy Joe Saunders, 2 inches taller than Canelo, will have a slight reach advantage. Both men looked as fit as could be at yesterday's weigh-in. This, of course, is scheduled for 12 rounds. Here are the unified rules.
Man, Black of Hogan, all day positive energy, positive vibes. Like, comment, subscribe.
You can be saved by the bell in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight. Without further ado, we go into the ring, and the legendary voice of boxing, Mr. Michael Crawford.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to honor the 2 main event champions and the host nation with the 3 national anthems. Please welcome
keep flipping it back and forth, man.
The Queen for the United Kingdom. Recording star Leslie McDonald.
Damn, they really blowing though. America ain't shit, they really blowing.
And now, singing the Mexican national anthem, please welcome 17-year-old Grammy nominee, la princesa de la música mexicana, Angela Aguilar.
Huh? What are you doing?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to sing the national anthem for the United States of America, please welcome Grammy-nominated international recording star and Texas native, Jennifer Pena.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets declared, the bombs bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
Shout out to Zach Williams. He said no way first round. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, the fight is starting. I'm not sure if you're saying no way first round, somebody gonna get knocked out, but the fight is starting now.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the house that Jerry Jones built, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. This is
Let's go.
the moment we've all been waiting for. Boxing fans, are you ready? So let's get this party started.
Let's go. Oh, they hate Canelo.
Coming to the ring from the United Kingdom,
Alright, let's go.
champion Billy Joe Saunders.
Yo, boxing is back. We got Billy Joe coming out. It's crazy because I got the chroma key on, so I guess that works in my favor though.
Isn't he? The biggest moment, not only of his fighting career, but he said of his life. Billy Joe Saunders has vowed to do whatever it takes tonight. In fact, he said many times this week that he keeps trading his life.
Like I said, I'm gonna go back and forth with the video and visuals and audio.
2 minutes to say goodbye to my kids, and off to heaven I will go. I love the attitude from Billy Joe Saunders. He gave me a great great quote, a traveler's quote. He said, we're not here to take part, we're here to take over. That's exactly the mentality you need to have.
Well, that's the mindset and the mentality he does have. But although this is a massive occasion and a massive event,
let me know in the comments who y'all got winning. What round y'all got somebody winning? I got Canelo. I got Canelo with a knockout. Maybe the 6th. I'm not gonna lie. 6th round knockout by Canelo. That's what I got. But it's going might be a good fight though.
Billy Joe Saunders began fighting with his brother in the living room at the age of 5 years old when he got his first pair of gloves, and he said they wouldn't stop fighting. Even when the babysitter was coming trying to break him up, he said they turned and beat up the babysitter. Well, that just kind of sums it up. Now that's the kind of attitude and mindset he's going to bring into his ring tonight.
Hopefully you two don't copyright this music.
You've fought from a massive crowd before, Carl. What's going through his mind right now? Listen, not what was going through my mind, because I wasn't dancing, singing, and I wasn't this relaxed. I was focused and concentrated. You can see here Billy Joe Saunders really enjoying himself, smoking it up. Yeah, but you know what, Carl? You and Billy Joe have totally different temperaments, and this man carries himself with swag. He's absorbing it. This is what's going to make him shine. This is exactly what he needs to do. Absorb it in, that's what you're going to have to shine. That's right, there's a big difference here. This one works for you, and this works for Billy Joe Saunders. That's a grip with swag and a grip with grit right there. And remember, he is a world champion. This is a unification fight. He's been to the top. He's defended his title. But this, by far, the biggest night of his life. Presentación de Everest ganadora Grammy, icono de la música mexicana, Pepe Aguilar. Y nominado al Grammy Latino, Leonardo Aguilar y Ángel Aguilar.
go, Canelo. Hey. Now let me stop. Shout out to Canelo for taking over May. You know what I'm saying? This used to be Mayweather's month. Y'all let me know if it's like too loud, too high, too low. Let me know. I ain't seen this type of entertainment in boxing in a long time. Like I said, I'm gonna keep going back and forth with the video. Hey. Let's go, Canelo. Let's go.
An unforgettable Cinco de Mayo weekend celebration here in Arlington as Mexico has taken over AT&T Stadium. And here comes the kid who was once bullied for his red hair and freckles. He said one day at the age of 11, I'd had enough. I let my fist
Here we go. Like, comment, subscribe, man.
A much bigger bully, and I liked it. I liked
comment.
it too much.
Don't be afraid.
My life was going to change.
But just don't say nothing crazy. That's all.
Has become boxing's bully.
Boxing's bully and boxing's superstar. And how about this? That was a slow entrance by Canelo. Billy Joe had his mind games. This is the way the champ has his mind games. Taking his time to the ring.
Like I said, I'm going to talk in and out because I got to talk over the audio because YouTube is crazy. They mad strict. Trying to tell you.
Mayweather Jr., and that was a very long time ago. Consider this, Canelo might literally be coming into his peak right now. Well, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, USA, serving the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area, Eddie Hearn. For Matchroom Boxing in association with Canelo Promotions, who proudly presents live on the zone the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the unified super middleweight championship of the world. Sponsored by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. Air Force Reserve. Tecate. Bet Online. O'Reilly's Auto Parts, Orange Crush, and Valué. Sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Chairman Rick Figueroa, Executive Director Brian Francis, Program Manager Greg Alvarez. Also sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman. The World Boxing Organization, President Francisco Paco Barcarcel, and the World Boxing Association, President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, and also recognition by the prestigious Ring Magazine title belt. The three judges at ringside scoring will be Tim Cheatham, Max DeLuca, and Glenn Feldman, and inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell,
let's go.
World Championship veteran referee Mark Colloy. And now, the fighters are in the ring and the officials are ready. So for the sold out 73,000 plus in attendance here at the Cowboy Stadium, AT&T Stadium, and the millions watching around the world.
Yeah, we watching. Let's
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen,
Let's get Rumble. Let's go.
Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner with his trainer Mark Tibbs, wearing green and blue. Official weight, 167.8 pounds. His professional record is a perfect one. 30 fights, 30 victories, including 14 wins by knockout. He's a two-time world champion from Hatfield, England, the super middleweight fighting pride of the United Kingdom, the former undefeated middleweight world champion, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO super middleweight champion of the world, the superb Billy Joe Saunders. And fighting out of the blue corner with his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, wearing white trimmed with blue. Officially weighing in at 167.
Let's go, Canelo.
As a professional, 55 victories, including 37 wins by knockout. Only one defeat 7.5 years ago with 2 draws. He's a 4-division, 5-time world champion, considered by many to be pound for pound the best in the world. Former 2-time light middleweight world champion, former middleweight world
Like I said, I'm gonna go back with the video and audio.
light heavyweight world champion, the reigning, defending Ring Magazine, WBA, WBC super middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, presentando a 5 veces campeón del mundo, Saul Canelo.
Amen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. You want some boxing?
Clear the ring.
Go jab. Jab.
Mr. Saunders,
Check.
Mr. Alvarez, we've already gone over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands at all times. Most importantly, protect yourself at all times.
We got to drop the
Punches right here and up are going to be good, Saunders. Punches right here and up are going to be good.
Right
Alvarez. Touch gloves, choking montes, buena suerte.
Uppercut.
It's somewhat cliche to suggest that Billy Joe Saunders raises his game to the level of his opposition. But he says he does. His trainer Mark Tibbs says he does. Can he raise his game enough to be the first fighter since Floyd Mayweather to beat Canelo Alvarez?
Sometimes it feels so good to watch boxing with my like kids, bro.
Billy Joe Saunders relished being the underdog this week. He's embellished it, saying this would be the biggest upset in 20 years, despite Canelo only being a 5-1 favorite. Saunders has decried this as the modern-day David versus Goliath. Well, you could go with that because Canelo really is that infuriating. I mean,
I got 2 things going on, so this is a little bit delayed.
For him to dethrone Canelo, it really would be something ridiculously special. Let's see if he can do it. Saunders in the green and blue trunks with the yellow gloves. Canelo in the teal.
Saunders with that wide stance, that wide southpaw stance. He has an excellent lethal left hand. To turn into an uppercut. Watch out for the right hooks. Saunders has a lot of weapons at his disposal.
Carl, the biggest question for me is can Saunders show something other than the jab? 54% of the punches that Saunders lands are jab. That number jumps in the high 60s when he's in the super middleweight. I think he's going to have to show something else beyond the jab to win this fight.
Canelo called this a difficult fight, Sergio, but he thinks he's going to figure BJ out.
No, I was surprised when Eddie Reynoso and Canelo said that we're going to take him out in the 8th, 9th, or 10th. I never heard Canelo use a prediction, but they have so much confidence in the work they put in.
Maybe we need this one. Honestly, this is your phone, bro. But we need this.
First,
right now they just spilling each other out.
Another jab from Saunders.
First round, they messing with each other.
How much different do you notice Canelo's style changes when he fights the southpaw?
It's crazy, they both look alike.
He's obviously a little bit more cautious. He doesn't want to throw anything, but he knows that counter. That's it. Will be coming back to him. Billy Joe Saunders here, just out of range. He's in the danger zone.
Nice body by Canelo.
Against some ropes. He doesn't want to be there.
And you can tell the crowd will roar every time Canelo throws a punch.
That's right, and that will have an influence with the judges. That did look aggressive. That's Billy Joe.
Shout out to Billy throwing a nice jab, Joe.
Saunders looking really sharp with that right hand. When he got against the rope, he bumped Canelo off. That was a good veteran move on Saunders' part.
Billy's doing that nice jab.
I want to welcome those of you
working the jab.
200 countries around the world. Of course, also in the United Kingdom. Good morning to you. Billy Joe Saunders trying to pull off the upset here in Arlington, Texas.
Heavy body shot landed by Canelo.
Canelo got to keep working the body. That's what's important.
Really loaded up with that big body shot. If you're on the end of that and you're feeling it and you're thinking, right, what else is coming back? Billy Joe, to be fair to him, is trying to get behind that jab. Trying to make things happen for himself.
First round was light. It's a little bit delayed on this camera though. First round was real light.
¿Cómo lo sientes? Tranquilito, ¿eh? No quiero que te vayas a aventar, hijo, porque está de acuerdo. Si lo quieres agarrar, te puede agarrar con el otro. Río cuando entres, güey. Con esto me viene la figura y quebrándote y pintando. Está dejando que le arrimes a las cuerdas. Pero no quiero que te avientes porque te puedes recibir con el otro, güey. Simón, píntalo. Cuando lo tengas aquí, nomás velo preparando. Píntalo. Y no le busques arriba, búscale aquí. Simón.
Throw the jab. Throw the jab again. Uppercut, jab. Now throw the uppercut. Okay, there we go. High five.
So a very pedestrian round one is in the books. Let's see if they pick up the pace here in the second.
Pedestrian's going to be good for Billy Joe Saunders. If you can keep Canelo from exploding with the combinations, keep him at the end of that jab. That's the game plan for Billy Joe.
He started this round a little bit more purposeful behind that
jab. Shout out to the ring, looking green.
He needs to just be busy with the jab because if he sits back and does nothing, Canelo's able to just close him down and unload it with a power shot. He doesn't want to do that.
Canelo looking for a right uppercut. He threw it twice already. Dangerous punch, but if it lands against a southpaw, that's a hard, money punch that he can land.
This is this morning about how he fought Canelo and what he wants to see from Billy Joe Saunders. Saunders just needs to keep going in and out and try to time Canelo when he moves in. I said
Canelo's trying to go for that body.
But you have to do it for 12 rounds.
Straight right hand connects for Canelo. The crowd roars.
And he said Canelo is just relentless.
Let him go, Saunders. Don't hold. Fight!
Eddie Reynoso, the trainer for Canelo, says, listen, I don't usually make predictions. I don't tell you what Canelo's going to do or what he's going to do. However, after all the trash talk Billy Joe Saunders has given us, I think we're going to knock him out.
Canelo's going right through that body, though, with that right.
I don't know if you guys can see, but I can kind of see the difference in the power of the punches immediately. When Canelo lets his shots go, they seem to overwhelm Billy Joe. Almost immediately.
Canelo's uppercut to the body is crazy.
Put threes and fours together and they get out of range.
And Carl, anytime a southpaw fights an orthodox fighter, that front foot battle is key.
It is, yeah, trying to get the foot on the outside and sometimes standing on the foot happens with these southpaws. But Billy Joe moving to his right, away from Canelo's right hand there, which is a good move. And that left hook can come over the top if he's not careful. He's got to concentrate constantly, but these big shots from Canelo,
I know that fell off.
Good work from Canelo there.
Canelo's looking for that counter right uppercut. He's already missed it 3 times, but he's throwing it with a lot of power. And there it is again.
Billy is looking, his form is looking good, but he's not too comfortable though.
This crowd has come alive. They've been waiting.
Nah, he's comfortable, but he's not too confident.
Here they are.
Ooh.
10 seconds, that's segundos. A lot of feinting by Canelo. Really impressed with his foot feints. Billy Joe's not falling for him yet. Time!
Let me use this one. No, that's Malik's paper for school, for virtual school, man. Hey Malik, I told you to put your stuff up, bro. He gonna get all that stuff. Don't put it right there. Put it in your room, in your dresser. You want some crowns? You gotta hit him with.
So too is Billy Joe Saunders.
All right, here we go.
How do you think Billy's doing so far?
I thought he did pretty well in the first round. Canelo has kind of a history against top.
Let me use this.
This guy I spoke to him yesterday. He was very confident man. So too is Billy Joe Saunders. Chris Mannix. How do you think Billy's doing so far?
I thought he did pretty well in the first round. Canelo has kind of a history against top opponents of sort of feeling out that first round. I think he did it again. But in that second round, you saw Canelo start to exert himself and land the heavier-handed shots.
Billy, he's working his jab.
Each of Canelo's
I think he's trying to land something.
Exactly 70 days from one another. Between Smith and Yildirim, and now Saunders. It's an extremely high level of activity for a fighter in present-day boxing.
Yeah, most active Canelo's been in 10 years. He was telling me earlier, I just stay in the gym all the time. Why wouldn't I fight?
Canelo's corner wants more feints and to close the distance, start breaking the distance down.
Canelo said the secret to his success really isn't a secret. It's hard work.
See those feints that Billy Joe is, he's biting on. He's starting to bite on those foot feints and those hand feints.
Plenty of room for Billy Joe to circle around with his 22-foot ring as he suggested. In fact, he claimed he would go home if he didn't get it caught.
Billy Joe needs to be busy with the jab and put shots together because he can't be backed up and soak up power punches.
Yeah, Billy Joe is not connecting nothing, no power punches.
You can tell Billy Joe is worried about what's coming back because Canelo makes a small feint and he gets a reaction instantly.
He's most definitely worried about Canelo's counter.
When he gets hit, it hurts.
And that's exactly what we see with the opponents of Canelo. When it comes to Kovalev or Jacobs, all these fighters are worried about the counters, the explosive counters of Canelo.
Right hand, best punch in the fight. Billy Joe says, come on.
Canelo doubled up on that right hook to the body and the head.
He's throwing his jab though. Don't make it too crowded.
And these are heavy blows from Canelo. He's putting lots into these shots. Billy Joe saying, these aren't bothering me, I'm okay. But trust me, we can see and hear these shots. They're heavy.
And he makes fighters reluctant to throw their biggest punches. Sergey Kovalev, one of the best right hands in his division. He didn't throw many of them against Canelo because he knew if he did, what was coming back.
Strike that your opponent's scared to throw.
Oh, Canelo's throwing his nice left check hook though.
Well, Saunders has done a good job thus far of staying off the rope, Sergio. You said that would be one of his keys.
Well, that's going to be key, but I want to see some more sneaky left hands. He has a lethal left hand when he gets to
right now they're still feeling each other out though.
As well. Of course, the jab is key as well. There it is. That's the left hand. You got to get respect from Canelo.
Yeah, they really just feeling each other out. Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. I mean, so far, Canelo Alvarez, he's dominating this match. Sanders is not comfortable. I mean, he's not confident. He's waiting for a big shot, but, you know, he's not really throwing his punches. He's not throwing no combinations.
You know, I have no idea why fighters shake their head when they get hit big. Like, do you actually believe it when somebody's looking at you saying that didn't hurt?
It's a body language thing. It's you hit me, it didn't hurt. It's just a natural reaction for a fighter. It's machismo, man.
Chris Mannix, how do you have it scored through 3?
I've got it 2 rounds to 1 in favor of Canelo Alvarez. I thought Billy Joe Saunders was the more active fighter in that first round while Canelo was feeling him out. But as you heard Eddie Reynoso say, Canelo is settling into a rhythm here. He's landing his power shots, and Billy Joe Saunders, at least for the first 3 rounds, not throwing a lot of power punches back.
Nice scoring sequence there for Billy Joe Saunders. Carl, what would you like to see him do differently?
More of that. I like to see these combination punches. When he throw 3 or 4 shots, then get back off there. You know, you don't need to sit in range and be on the end of these big shots, because Canelo will be happy to just back him up like that.
Straight right hand, score, Canelo. Now he's throwing more power punches. He's certainly settling in as BJ waves him in.
Saunders needs to double and triple up that jab. Back up, Canelo. Maybe you could get something going with the combination just like that.
Billy Joe is not connecting at all.
Catch the judge's eyes. Don't just sit there and soak up these big counters. Good work from Billy. Nice head movement. Coming after that little combination. This is what he needs more of.
And Billy Joe is southpaw. He's having a.
Mark Tibbs, BJ Saunders.
All you gotta do is throw the jab, his right jab.
Glide, outbox and outfox Canelo.
As a southpaw, he's doing very bad.
Fought only twice since winning the super middleweight title back in 2019.
He's not cutting no corners.
Because Canelo is trying to unify the division. If he wins this, the last man standing, the Caleb Plant. But a long way to go. We're in round 4, scheduled for
Canelo he keeps connecting to the body. That's what you need to do, because that's going to lead up for the knockout.
Just missing with that uppercut. You hear the crowd's reaction.
And that's the punch that Canelo is barely missing. That's the 4th big uppercut that just missed the chin of Billy Joe Saunders.
Oh no, Canelo, watch. Keep breaking that body. He gonna connect with the uppercut.
There's the uppercut, and he nods yes that time.
Mouthpiece almost came flying out of BJ Saunders there.
Mannix asked why fighters shake no. He said yes, you got me there.
This is easy for Canelo, bro.
I've liked the work from Billy this round, though. He's put more shots together.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Billy Joe.
This is a good round by BJ Saunders, absolutely.
Canelo's still really in there, though, closing with them power shots.
Get off his head.
Billy will not get caught with anything silly towards the end of the round.
This is round 4 so far. I think Canelo, even though he's winning these rounds, he's not beating it by a margin, because he's not doing nothing to overpower the judges, you know, because he's allowing BJ to get some good shots in, you know. Canelo, he's doing what he's doing, but you got to take it up. This 4th round, you got to take it up a little bit. Either if you want to get a knockout in the 6th or 7th or 8th, you got to take it up just a little bit. But BJ's looking very tired. Here we go. Oh, damn. I'm sorry about that.
Nice little short
talking too much.
From Canelo, almost knocking out the gumshoe of Billy Joe Saunders. That was one of a rare shot that landed in this
Tyson
round.
Fury.
Billy, for me, was the more effective at scoring shots in that round. He was busier, he upped the tempo and the work rate, and he had more success. So, although that was Billy Joe's round, good shot from Canelo.
There's the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, looking perhaps a little bit concerned. Hey, let's bring in Roy Jones Jr. for his thoughts on what we've seen so far, particularly from Canelo Alvarez.
The audio is just a little bit delayed.
So far, that Canelo Alvarez has demanded a lot of respect with his power shots to the body. The power shots to the body have put fear in Billy Joe Saunders, and Billy Joe does not want to be hit to the head with that same power. He's feeling on his arms and on his hip from those body shots.
We're checking in with Roy Jones Jr. throughout this fight.
And I agree with Carl with the last round with Saunders. I thought he boxed well and took that last round. Even though
I gotta do the phone trick.
Body shots, he controlled the distance and landed some good shots.
Speaking of body shots, a straight right hand to the ribcage from Canelo.
Hurtful, draining shots as well. Then
Canelo knows exactly what he needs to do, though.
Even though
he's just not doing it.
The immediate effect, they build up. They
quickly
catch up with you. And there's another one straight down the middle.
But he's breaking Billy Joe down.
Those shots, they're still gonna dig into the side of your ribs, and that takes.
Oh, shout to Billy Joe with the over right.
It's a great jab from Saunders. If he can do more than double jab, then put 2 shots on the back of it. Get out of range.
I was gonna say,
that's what I
was gonna call him Canelo, bro. Don't play around, bro. Finish his job, man.
He might sway the fight in his favor.
Canelo said it's going to take me a while to figure this guy out.
Because Billy Joe's waiting for that right one.
But Billy Joe Saunders told us his biggest asset in this fight was his ring IQ. He thinks he's a smarter technician than Canelo in the ring.
I think Billy Joe thinks he's going to tire Canelo out. Ooh, Billy Joe with the left hook. Maybe he knows better.
He's scoring more right now, Chris Mannix, but he's fighting.
Shout to Billy Joe.
He is fighting with confidence. I'm not so sure I'd be fighting with my hands down quite as much, but he is starting to get into a rhythm, especially with that jab. And inside this 22-foot ring, which is the biggest ring that Billy Joe Saunders has ever fought in, he is using that early in this fight.
I actually think BJ Saunders fights better with his hands down. We see him fight with his hands down when he's comfortable. When his hands up, he's a little relaxed.
There you go, next body by Canelo. That's all you gotta do is keep working your body, working that right to the body.
He's actually landing on Canelo.
20 seconds to go in this round. It's been a good round for Saunders.
Saunders fighting a little more fluid, more confident.
Well, if Canelo is just going to look for big, heavy punches and big shots, that's not going to work for him if Billy is busy.
And that was a good round by Saunders. Billy Joe, he definitely won that round.
Look at that big left hand by Saunders, Carl.
Yeah, that was a good shot. I mean, he's landing the jab. We see the jab there. He's just flicking it out. He's not reaching in. He's not leaving his feet.
That was a good round by Saunders.
And that was a nice little cheeky shot on the break. And that'll upset Canelo that one. It's not bad.
He's getting confident.
He's getting reaching.
Now he's getting confident.
With a nice combination.
He's understanding Canelo's pace. He's trying to time him. But Canelo got to keep throwing that body, that right hand to the body.
Waving to this crowd. Sergio, do you feel the momentum changing, or do you think it's a
The momentum is changing.
I think it's a 2-off. I gave Billy Joe Saunders the last 2 rounds, and I think he's feeling it now. This is what you need to see with such a precise puncher like Saunders. He needs to have that swag and that confidence to be firing in all cylinders.
Chris, how do you have it?
I got to work out 10 times more tomorrow.
3 rounds to 2 in favor of Billy Joe Saunders.
Whoa.
Saunders did an excellent job over these last 2 rounds of taking the momentum back. You saw the 2nd and 3rd round, Canelo got into a groove. Saunders, with his combination punches, I thought regained some of that momentum, and he has been the more active, and in my opinion, the more accurate puncher these last 2 rounds.
Carl, what say you?
Well, I got 3-2 to Canelo because I gave Canelo that first round. I think he landed a real heavy body shot, and for me, that eye-catching shot Just nicked it. It was a close round.
Canelo, the right to the body. You got to keep doing that.
I'm loving the work now from Billy Joe. Just needs to be busier. This is evidently a fight between the power puncher who wants to back the boxer up and just nail him to the body or head. Canelo's looking for the big shot. There you go, the big heavy shot. Nice defense there by Billy Joe Saunders. But Billy needs to be busy. He needs to let his hands go.
Yeah, Billy Joe, you got to start throwing combinations.
You don't see him miss by that much too often. Saunders doing the job defensively. Caught him with a quick short hook on the inside.
Good catch and counter by Saunders right there. He needs to be busier, Carl, but with the jab, smart jab, just like that.
Smart jab, yeah. Don't get too confident, but don't want to speak too soon. But this is good work from Billy Joe Saunders.
This is great work.
He's relaxed. He knows he's relaxed. You said yourself when his arms come down low a little bit, he looks dangerous. But that's when he's in his rhythm.
Carl, the path to victory for BJ Saunders seemed extremely slim coming into this fight, but this appeared to be the blueprint if he was to pull it off.
That's right, he's doing exactly what he needs
I call
to do
6th round by
to be able to
Canelo,
get
but
the victory here tonight. He's
not looking
busy
like
with
that.
the combination punches. I mean, he's not being that busy because he's not being put under relentless pressure from Canelo. He's been clever with his feet. He's putting the ring off Canelo, but he's not under major pressure. Billy Joe Saunders can relax until them big shots come. I mean, that was a right hook.
Ooh, my arm is tired.
Guard too, landed on the chin.
Not all around.
Sticks his tongue out right now. That's a Tyson Fury move.
Well, this is the mind games. You see at the start of the round, his arms up, playing to the crowd.
Canelo's just working that body though, bro.
He makes you keep your punches holstered. He doesn't want to. You don't want to punch against Canelo because you know something's going to be returning. Explosive counter puncher Canelo is. Saunders stopped throwing the jab here. He stopped feeling it.
Now we need to step it up.
The halfway point of this fight. And a little bit surprising. There's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Jerry Jones.
Yeah, we gotta step it up a little bit. Canelo, he keeps throwing that same body, but I think they both got strategies and game plan. Canelo game plan is working a little bit more successful. Billy Joe, he's waiting for that one shot. He got to start throwing more combinations if he wants to win this fight.
And this is what BJ Saunders needs to do. Catch and counter every single time. Right in the breadbasket right there. Canelo felt that shot. This was a good round by Canelo, but catch and counter if you're Billy Joe. Once on the inside.
So here we go.
Let me turn this down so I can be a little more accurate. You coming on this side?
The second half of the fight now, and he seems to be okay and coping with this.
I would love to see him catch and counter off those punches, catching the hooks to the body and coming up with uppercuts.
Well, he did that catch and counter in the last round with that body shot and then up to the head. So yeah, more of that.
More of that.
You know, Billy Joe Saunders is letting his hands go in the ring with Canelo more than any opponent I've seen since he's been out of Golovkin. He's throwing combinations. They're not as impactful as Golovkin's, but he's letting his hands go more than the usual Canelo opponent will.
Let's bring in Roy Jones Jr. again. Roy, what are you seeing from BJ Saunders?
Right now, the tide has changed just a little bit. He's allowed to throw more punches. He's landed that jab effectively. He hit Canelo with a few good body shots. He's done what nobody expected, including Canelo. So right now, I think Billy Joe has shifted the tide just a little bit, and Canelo needs something big right here to seize this momentum back.
Canelo with a few good body shots, which is something nobody expected, including Canelo. So right now, I think Billy Joe has shifted the tide just a little bit, and Canelo needs something big right here to seize this momentum back.
Uppercut from Canelo. Chris, did you expect it to be this close in round 7?
I didn't, because...
Yo, this is honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100.
As we talked about, you can talk about what you're going to do in the ring, but when you go up against that,
this is like a reset. This is looking like Canelo versus Mayweather. If Mayweather, any other boxer would have took advantage of Canelo right now.
and his game plan has been incredibly effective.
Effective because this is a southpaw.
You gotta come on this side, bro.
They're polished and sophisticated behind that jab, using southpaw angles, escaping to the right.
Roy Jones.
Much like Alexander Lara did, Billy Joe is moving around the ring on Canelo, making it very difficult for Canelo to land a big shot. And that right there, trading is the only thing that he can do to give Canelo an advantage.
Canelo, bro, you gotta pick up the pace a little bit, man.
They can circle Canelo. He's gonna keep giving Canelo problems. And Canelo
round 7, if
away from that body attack,
Billy Joe like conquers the rest of the rounds, bros.
20 seconds to go here in round 7.
The work output of Canelo isn't really there for me. Loading up with these big shots, not really landing.
Canelo's not throwing no combinations. Nobody's not throwing no combinations.
He's not busy. Billy finding a rhythm for me.
Yes, he is, and he found a rhythm with his hands down. I think that's when he fights his best.
Nobody's not throwing no combinations.
Well, this crowd is certainly
as the rounds go.
very competitive main.
There's a lot going on right now. I got kids everywhere.
It is a record crowd, the largest crowd to ever witness a boxing event indoors. 73,000.
During the pandemic. Hold on. Come over here a little bit.
Joshua Parker and Joshua and Carlos Takam.
No, what are you doing? Hey, you gotta go over here.
You don't make the list.
Get back to it. Close up that guard, John. Go ahead, right. Go ahead here.
Round 8. Arlington, Texas. AT&T
Round 8.
Stadium.
Let's go. Let's pick up the pace from both of y'all a little bit.
A very competitive contest, extremely close.
Canelo, you really making this fight close, bro. You don't have to.
Those power shots, most of them missing.
And Saunders told us he can't afford to lose rounds or give up an inch, and he's doing exactly what he said. This is a close fight. Inch for inch, punch for punch.
Chris, do you sense that Canelo's still just trying to figure him out a little bit?
I think he's definitely trying to figure him out. I think Billy Joe Saunders...
Canelo is really making Billy Joe more confident as the rounds go around. Now go on.
These are scoring shots that Saunders is landing, and Canelo is not returning much in coming back.
I'm trying to figure out what is Canelo scared of. I know you're fighting a southpaw, but bro,
in either round 7, 8, or 9.
the body is working for you. Don't keep throwing it to the body.
If Canelo is going to rely on power punches, which is evident that's what he's looking for.
A check hook in the body. A right body and a left check hook works against the southpaw.
All right, Carl, let's hear your scorecard right now. How do you have it through 7 full rounds?
68-66 to Canelo. He had a great start. Finished pretty strong. The last round, I didn't separate in the last round. 68-66 Canelo. He's only 2 rounds up.
Saunders took an awkward step back, and now he's holding on. Chris, your scorecard, you've got Saunders ahead.
I've got 68-65. In favor of Billy Joe.
I'm a little bit delayed. I got two videos going on, so I'm like looking up and down.
The right eye of Saunders is showing up.
Here we go.
His troops here at AT&T Stadium.
And this is what Canelo does to opponents. He breaks down opponents and makes them weary of the shot that are coming their way.
He's like a matador.
Well, that's the power from Canelo. Billy says he's okay. But this is a bad moment for him in this fight.
He predicted a KO in round 8 or 9. And he's heating up right now.
I don't like the body language, how he's reacting to the face. Billy Joe Saunders is biting on face now.
That's because he's worried about the power.
Exactly.
He's not sure what's happening with his eye until he gets back to his corner.
And he's quick to smother the attack of Canelo, hugging and breaking the distance instead of countering back.
Straight right hand.
Yeah, Billy Joe needs to hear this bell here, go to the corner and regroup.
Nice left uppercut from Canelo.
That was a good round from Canelo. I wish I would. I'm gonna keep it up here. So I can see the slow motion shots.
So perhaps order has been restored if you're a Canelo Alvarez fan.
Come on, my arm is getting tired, bro. No matter how much I'm working out. Play them slow motion shots, my guy. Right there. Right there. Stay over there so you don't.
Catch on this one. Alright, go.
What happened?
Canelo acting like he's already knocked him out.
What happened? They stopped it? Oh my goodness, they stopped the fight? What the hell is going on? They stopped the fight. Them body shots was working. Yo, they really stopped the fight. They really stopped the fight though. That's crazy.
Well, that is a real shame.
Yo.
He's doing so well.
Here we go.
Success.
I'm trying to do too
And for it to end like that,
many things at once, but it is on. They stopped the fight. That's crazy. They throwing a towel. Or you say you can't perform no more. That's crazy. Them Canelo body shots work, bro.
He must have sensed the onslaught that was coming. The writing was on the wall. Canelo was breaking the distance. The power was being felt.
But Sergio, you have sang me a song every time we talk about the need to have a championship heart to go.
That's crazy.
You cannot say Billy Joe Saunders went out on his field.
No, not right there.
Retired on the stool.
Blocking a lot of
I think that is more damage than we
honestly, the fight is over now, so it's kind of too late. That's crazy. They stopped the fight.
You feel pain. You don't quite know where you are. And to carry on and come out of your corner and fight on with that kind of injury takes a lot.
Sheesh, his eyes closing up and everything.
As the next couple of days go on. But if Billy Joe
the crazy part is like,
because he was doing well in that
Canelo hit so hard you couldn't even tell. Because I wanted more combinations, but I guess it was more effective.
The momentum was shifting, and I had it 4-3. I'm with Chris. This was a competitive, close fight, and I'm shocked that Saunders wouldn't put it in another gear. But that's what he is known for. Saunders is brilliant in the first half of the fight, but sometimes he puts it on cruise control and forgets about the second half of the fight. And that's exactly what happened here. Well, maybe Saunders in his corner looked over and saw that Canelo wasn't even sitting on his stool that round. He was waving the crowd up, whipping them into a frenzy. He wanted to go out and get the knockout, but instead, Billy Joe Saunders cannot answer the bell. It is stopped in the corner. It'll go down as a TKO win for Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Wow, that's crazy. Wait, I'm gonna stop this. Let me play this one. This is this one, by the way.
He predicted the round, and they came to fruition. I mean, they must have sensed and felt that the second half of the fight is where Billy Joe Saunders fades or doesn't have another gear, and Canelo capitalized on that.
You take this out.
He's got so many belts he can't even hold them. He just took Billy Joe's WBO super middleweight title. The only one remaining belongs to Caleb Plant. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, listen, I think that fight could have gone on. There's going to be a lot of people saying that. I mean, he's getting booed here now, Billy Joe. And I'm not saying the fight could go on.
That's
I know
crazy.
what it's like to have a scratch on your cornea or feel the pain in the back of the eye. You don't know if it's a retinal damage. You don't know what it is. And you have to be careful.
I wasn't expecting that early.
He deserves all the credit. He stepped it up a level in that round. We'll speculate even more after we hear from Michael Buffer.
Huh? The fight is over.
The referee calls a halt to the contest at the end of round 8. the winner by TKO victory. And now the unified
1, 2, 3. That's crazy. Oh, we're dropping the phone. Oh, wait, hold on. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. It was an okay fight.
Corner apparently basically throwing in the towel. Nevertheless, a KO win for Canelo, just as he and his trainer Eddie Reynoso predicted. What kind of reaction will Billy Joe get back in England, Carl?
Well, like I said, you have to take into account the fact that this guy doesn't pull out of fights. He's never lost. He's never shown any kind of quitting him through his whole career, amateur or professional.
Let's see that stinging right uppercut there.
Yeah, that was the side of the glove, right into the eye. That was the one that did the damage. That was a hurtful punch. You see Billy there wincing almost straight away, closing that eye.
Yeah, immediately it's swelled up. Let's see, as he walked to the corner, what went down.
Well, he'll be sitting in his corner thinking, I want to know what this eye looks like. So he'll get some advice off his cornerman. And then he'll be speaking back to him and just telling him, listen, my eye, I can't see. I can't see it, or I'm in horrific pain. So you can worry about your vision. And, you know, your eyes are important.
That's crazy.
I'm hoping that he's done that just for his safety.
I wasn't expecting the technical knockout, but them to stop the fight. His eye must have been ringing that bad for them to stop the fight.
And like you said, we don't know exactly how he feels or what's wrong with his eye. The eye is very dangerous, but we saw it.
Man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. We're going to hear from everybody. We're going to hear from Canelo and Billy.
Let's hear now from the winner, Chris Mannix.
We got to see what was going on.
Canelo, congratulations. You've got more hardware now than you can hold on to. You knew coming in this was going to be a difficult fight. How difficult was it?
Damn, I need to take all my shots.
Well, you know, as I said beforehand, the fight was going to develop. By the 7th, 8th round, it was going to develop, and that's what happened. But it's not as difficult as I expected, and that's where I take notice that my preparation is good and that I improve day by day.
Did you feel like Billy Joe Saunders in those middle rounds was winning any of them?
No. La verdad es que los iba ganando round con round. La verdad es que, como lo dije antes, mi pelea iba a empezar después del sexto, séptimo, pero me fui acomodando muy rápido, ¿no? Sabía que esto se iba a dar.
No, not at all. The fight, as I said, I was winning round by round. The truth is, as I told you, my fight would develop after 6th or 7th round, but you know, I started getting adjusted really quick. I knew that this was going to be the final outcome.
You get to that last round. What was your reaction when Billy Joe Saunders did not leave the corner?
La verdad es que lo sabía. Creo que le quebré el pómulo y sabía que ya no iba a salir. De hecho, llegué a la esquina y le dije a Eddie, ya no va a salir a pelear porque le quebré el pómulo y así fue.
You know, I knew it. The truth is, I knew it. I think I broke his cheek, and I knew he wasn't going to come out. And I get to the corner, and I told Eddie he's not coming out. He's not coming out to fight because I broke his cheek, and that was it.
Dang.
You have always had
He broke his chin.
plans coming into fights. What was the game plan coming into this one?
Aquí está Eddie, aquí está el mejor entrenador que es la que me dice, es el que me dice, yo solo me preparo y tú me dices, haz esto, yo lo hago.
I have the best trainer. Here's Eddie. This is the best trainer that I can have. You know, he's the one who tells me, I just prepare, and he tells me, do this, and I do it.
You have the best trainer. As you acknowledge the crowd, you have the best trainer. You are the best fighter. And now you have 3 pieces of the 168-pound title. There's one more to go. Is Caleb Plant who you want next?
That's the plan. That's the plan to go for the belt and I'm coming.
Shout out to Canelo with all them belts.
Do you think you can? Do you think that fight can be made? I hope so. I hope that fight made easy, and then give the fans that fight and the frees Mexico unified fighter in the history.
You've accomplished a lot in your career. Tonight, more than 70,000 people, an indoor record in the U.S. came here for you. What does that mean to you?
Hey. Es algo muy difícil de explicar el sentimiento que siento por la gente. La gente, el apoyo que me da es la motivación para seguir mejorando. Esto es por ustedes. Es muy difícil explicar el sentimiento que siento. Pero solamente quiero decirle que muchas gracias a todos. De corazón, muchas gracias.
It's something very difficult to explain. I don't have words. The emotions that I feel for all the people that have come out and the love that they give me, the motivation that they give me to continue on. It's very difficult to explain the emotions that I feel in the moment. But I want to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming out from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Congratulations, Canelo, and we'll see you in September.
See you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Gracias a todos. Viva México!
Canelo is one of them ones, man.
Well, that's how you celebrate Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Absolutely. Viva Mexico, mofos.
I knew he was going to get a knockout, but I didn't know he was going to get knocked out like that.
Well, we are
TKO.
here with a man who can make the fight happen that Canelo wants. Eddie, you heard Canelo say, I want to be the unified super middleweight champion. Can you make that Caleb Plant fight happen?
It's the only fight. You know, firstly, I want to thank everyone here tonight for coming out and breaking the record. You know, it's been incredible.
73,000. That's crazy.
It's the only fight, Chris. And hopefully Caleb Plant feels the same way. I know you saw an interview the other day, didn't mention too much about Canelo, but listen, if we want to keep the great times coming in boxing, it's the undisputed, the first Mexican undisputed champion, 168 pounds. It's the one to make in September.
Billy Joe Saunders is a warrior. You're his promoter. What do you make of him not coming out of the corner?
No, he couldn't see. You know, I spoke to Mark Tibbs. He said he couldn't see, and he wouldn't let him go out. I thought Billy boxed beautifully. Canelo's so strong, he took his time.
Bro, he had one eye, man. He could have came out.
You know, he busted his eye socket, and then, as you can see now, going back now, you can see his eye. And, you know, Canelo coming on strong in the back end of the fight. Too good, too good. But it was a great performance from Billy Joe Saunders. He came to win.
You know how difficult big fights are to make. How confident are you that you can make Canelo Caleb Plant? And what's your first phone call on Monday?
I know he's heated, but bro.
Canelo Alvarez will fight absolutely anybody. You know who he wants to fight. He's told me who he wants to fight. Caleb Plant. It's over to Caleb Plant. We'll speak to their team. Wherever that has to take place, that's the fight that must happen for boxing. The undisputed championship at 168 pounds. And it's the must-make fight next. What's Caleb Plant going to do? Not being funny. Look at this. Look at this. This is a pound-for-pound star, and, you know, him and AJ, the two biggest stars in the sport. We've got a good bit of news coming for you next week as well.
He hasn't had to say this to you yet, but who's next? It's Caleb Plant. Guys?
Thank you, Chris. I know a lot of people watching at home wondered what the scorecards read when that fight was stopped. I've got them right here. Glenn Feldman had it 78-74 for Canelo. Tim Cheatham, 77-75.
It was getting close. That's the crazy part.
Also for Canelo, 78-74. So two judges gave 2 rounds to BJ Saunders.
That's the crazy part. It was getting close.
Billy Joe Saunders deserves a little bit more credit. It was
Billy Joe was picking up his pace.
But we saw what happened here.
He was getting comfortable. He was starting to get inside.
In those fists, and Saunders just couldn't take it. I mean, I don't go as far as to say that.
I guess his eye, Canelo said the jaw was a little, his jaw was broken. Them power punches, I guess, connected well. So that's what mattered, man. That's crazy.
Most people thought it would be. I thought it was entertaining because this is the fight. This is Billy Joe Saunders' MO as a southpaw, to use his angles, to use his pivots. But Canelo was just landing some solid shots, and those body shots, even though they're being blocked, they were having an effect on Saunders, keeping his elbows tucked in to block those shots. But then that opened up the head shots and those uppercuts like that. Saunders had his moments when he was fighting behind the jab, feeling loose with his arms down. He was feeling the flow. boxing at the end of the jab. But it was those uppercuts that Canelo worked on. Canelo was working on the uppercuts and the feint and closing the distance, making it hard for Saunders to stay behind the jab. Little by little, those punches will have their effect. Little by little, it took the fight out of a warrior like that right there.
And still, Canelo Alvarez, the super middleweight champion of the world. Let's look at our CompuBox numbers from this fight, which was stopped at the end of round number 9. Total punches landed 73 for Canelo out of 206 thrown at a 35% clip. Billy Joe with 60 landed on 21%. Power punches 58-30, and Canelo's, I'm sure, hurt a little bit more.
No question, Canelo controlled the power punching in this fight. I'm a little bit surprised by the judges. Maybe I'm an outlier here, but I thought Billy Joe Saunders, especially in those middle rounds, was doing some pretty good work. But one thing I learned in a fight like this, and every fight that we do that involves Canelo Alvarez, he is a 12-round fighter. He understands it's a marathon, not a sprint, and he knows that he can keep it up, take care of business, and finish fights when you get to these later rounds.
I know a lot of people were giving or are giving Billy Joe Saunders grief for not coming out to start the next round, but you heard what Canelo Alvarez said. He didn't criticize him. He said, listen, I basically broke his face. I felt his face crack under my hand, so that gives you a little different perspective, doesn't it?
And a fighter can feel when a punch landed right on the money. It's like that sweet spot, and you can actually dig your knuckles into the orbital bone. He must have felt it, and we know Saunders felt it. It was a hell of a punch.
And let me put this question to you, Chris. Yes, Canelo won, and the judges all had him head, but there were some moments, not that he looked vulnerable, but he looked human. If you're Caleb Plant watching at home right now, what are you thinking?
I think it's going to be a tall task to beat Canelo Alvarez. Billy Joe Saunders, I think, did a lot of the things that Caleb Plant does. Caleb Plant moves. Caleb Plant throws a jab. Maybe if you talk to people in Caleb Plant's team, he's got a little bit more pop. They think he does, but I'm not sure if you're Caleb Plant, you're looking at that guy saying, there's a pathway to victory.
And something interesting that Canelo answered earlier this week, someone said, what about Triple G? Normally Canelo says, forget it. But this week he says, I'd entertain it. If Caleb Plant doesn't want to step up to the plate, how interested are you, and how possible is that fight?
Look, I'm very interested, and I think it is very possible. Look, there will be a clock on making...
Shout out to everybody that came. Yeah, Canelo won. You already know what it is. Shout out to Andy Martinez. Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm about to log out. I mean, I could stay on for a little bit. Saturday Night Live, I used to do this shit 2020. All the time, every Saturday. Man, we used to stream until like 2 o'clock in the morning. I ain't built like that no more, but yeah, man, this was a dope event, kind of, you know.
Never been an undisputed super middleweight champion. There's only been one Mexican champion as super middleweight that won.
They was like filling each other out. Billy, he wasn't like throwing too many like combinations. He was throwing his jab. He would get his like counters in once in a while. But Canelo was just throwing his right straight to the body all the time. Uppercuts to the body, his left check hook. And he finally connected with that uppercut to his right eye. And you know, he closed it up. I guess that was... And in Billy Joe's eyes, that was like his way of saying, no, I cannot see. Canelo saying, no, I broke his jaw. So... Man, it was good for boxing. Shout out to boxing being back. You could tell they was a little bit nervous. They was trying to be comfortable. It's been a while. You know, for people to fight in front of like 73,000, that's crazy. So, man, please come back. Whoever's tuned in. Man, I am watching this Mayweather versus Logan Paul, as silly as it sounds, but bro, come back here. It's going to be a party. Today I had to like really, there's a lot of technical difficulties. I had to get everything right. We had fun watching the other past fights, UFC fights and boxing fights, man. We're going to get back. Shout out to, oh yeah, I got kids running around. Yeah, it's time to go night-night now. But shout out to everybody tuning in, man. I'm going to log off right now. Say bye-bye. Say peace. Say peace. These, yep. Close enough, yep. Or you can do this. Look. Alright, that works. You already know what it is, man. Black Cup Hooligan, all day positive energy, positive vibes. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like, comment, subscribe. And, bro, be back. I think it's June 8th, June 9th, something like that. Bro, Mayweather, Logan Paul. Be back. And I might try to live stream in between that. We got some things going on. That's why I've been like out for the whole year. But we coming back slowly. I'm gonna rebrand all this stuff. We coming back, bro. You already know what it is, man. Peace.